Hey guys, welcome to another race here on F1 2020. We're in Singapore today and we upped the difficulty for the last Grand Prix and we're doing so again today up to 102. Now that's pretty brave because we are expecting a wet, dry race. So I don't know how well I'm going to do here at all. We were very competitive and still perhaps slightly too competitive in Italy at the Monza track yesterday or last time out. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to edit the Belgian and Italian Grand Prix yet, so I'm not sure how soon they'll have been uploaded. But we have Singapore today, and I hope to still be decent. We are still clearly well and above everybody else, but we'll wait and see. Jack Aitken's been in great form recently. I'll show you his results actually. Jack's got 2 second places in a row in the last 2 Grand Prix. So he's been performing really well. And he stole my fastest lap on the last lap of the last race as well. Bastard. But at least we got the points for the team. And he's nearly halfway to Ocon already in just 4 Grand Prix. So let's see what we can do then in Singapore. We'll go and get as many resource points as we can. And then we can upgrade the car. And then fingers crossed, qualify well. We got our first pole in Italy. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to replicate that here. As ever, drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the ChesnoidPlays channel as well for more F1 content. Make sure you subscribe to the Chesnoid Gaming channel, link down below for all of the FIFA content. And let's head to track. Okay, so today we've learned that I am not fast enough for 102 difficulty level practice programs. Although it may be track specific. It may be track specific because, of course, Singapore is not my strongest circuit by any stretch of the imagination. So there's probably still time to find, but it's not looking too promising on that experience. But with fresh bits and hopefully,
the session has drawn to a close.
Still came top of the session with some fresh parts in the car. Hopefully we can be better in qualifying.
Have your take on it.
More competitive, more on the pace in qualifying. I'll just say more than happy everything went my way. Not that it did.
You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip or did you just misjudge some corners? Great. Well, that's everything.
134.7. It puts us P1 in that session after the first runs. That should be enough to get us through. Maybe not. Jack Aitken does a 133.5. Bloody hell. We'll definitely be through to Q2, but Q3, not so sure. Well, I caught Sainz right up, so we should be faster than him. That time's good enough for 5th place. Okay. Okay, 5th place. That's through to Q3. 4/10 off Max with a 33.9. But in Q1, Jack did a 33.5. Jack Aitken and Lewis Hamilton, however, weren't able to improve on their first laps on the medium tyres. They went again on softs, specifically in Jack's case, and he wasn't fast enough. 12th place only for Jack Aitken. 12th place only for Jack Aitken. Lewis out as well, which is good for the rivalry. And I didn't check to see where Bottas was, actually. Didn't check to see where Bottas was. Into Q3 we go. Is Bottas in this session? Do a bank lap on that set. Bottas is in this session. A 33.8, I think that was. A 33.8. Pull! Let's go! Back-to-back pole positions. Back-to-back pole positions. P1, Italy Monza. P2, Singapore Marina Bay. Or P1, Singapore Marina Bay. By 3. Almost 4/10.
Leclerc and Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry. We'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Vamos. Let's go. Yes. That's huge. That's huge. Right, I'm going to go pee quickly and then we'll sort out my race strategy. Back in a sec. We might well have qualified pole, but starting in the wet on a much higher difficulty doesn't bode well for me.
Here we go then. It's Formula One in Marina
it doesn't
Bay
look
once
that
again,
wet.
And welcome to all of you at home who join us today for this fascinating race around. Let's run.
It really
you
doesn't
through
look
the
that wet
driving
at all.
order.
Is it wet?
Okay, she bagged a podium
Well, it is
result last
raining.
race. Let's see if we can do the same here.
It is raining, but only barely. I mean, a 2-stop is obviously the way forward because it's going to dry up super quick, I imagine. It should, judging by... Oh God, look at this race. 117 minutes is what it would take to do this bloody Grand Prix if it were all in the wet. Christ. It's probably going to be 10 laps in the wet, maybe, and the rest in the dry, I hope. That's the strategy we'll go with. Here we go. It is still raining, but... Oh, I got a lot of wheel spin there, but we have been able to get away and hold on to first, which is something we were not able to do in Monza. Verstappen and Bottas battling quite hard, and we will use that to our advantage and just try and get away as best we can at the beginning of this Grand Prix. So I do not expect my advantage to last for long in the wet. I mean, that's gone pretty well. That has gone pretty well. Bottas is getting away from Verstappen now, though, and will close the gap on me. He might only be wet for about 6 or 7 laps. Full-time 5-0 Cambridge. Go on, the lads. That is unreal.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Oh. A new strategy option. This early on? You want me to stop for medium tyres now?
Okay, copy that.
Are you sure, Jeff? It's still raining. I'm not sure about that, Jeff. I'm really not sure about that. I'm going to stay out.
I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks.
Oh, are you kidding me? As I turn the last corner, then they re-enable DRS just as I'm past the pits. That's the sign. That's the go-to sign on an F1 game that it's dry enough.
Faster engine modes are available.
So the team wanted me to box. I went against their request, or advice even. Oh God. I've stayed out an extra lap. Thanks for the follow, Andrew and Looker. Welcome to the channel, guys. Stayed out an extra lap. Let's see if that pays off or not. There's no grip on these inters anymore at the end of this lap. Where's the start of the pit lane? Oh. I don't know where the start of the bloody thing is. Because there's a... Look. There's a 50 mile an hour sign. Or 60 mile an hour sign there. But the pit entrance is actually there. Right, so regs will come out. Oh, I don't know, no, I'm not going to say now. Well, here we go. Now we get in the pits and out the pits before Valtteri Bottas comes past. A 1.9 second stop is great. Here comes Valtteri. It's not going to be as close as I hoped.
Okay, 2 stops
They are
left now.
through.
2 stops.
2 stops left. So I imagine we're going medium, medium, soft. Come out in 5th behind Carlos Sainz. Once we go to softs next. So we might be going medium, soft, soft maybe. Lap 26. Yeah, or medium. It's going to be medium, soft, medium, isn't it? Let's see how long these mediums last. Remember lap 5. It's going to be medium, medium, soft. I reckon I can do 20 laps on this set. 21 laps on this set. Presumably 21 laps on another set. Because they wanted me to go to softs next. But there's no point going to softs next. Because I might be able to make this medium set last long enough to be able to go to the end on another set of fresh mediums. Maybe. And save a pit stop. If that saves us enough time to the leader. It is going to be close. We just put in the fastest fastest third sector, sorry, so that gives me confidence that we do have the pace to compete for the win still. Yeah, we got a much better run this time. You can go defensive as much as you like, Carlos. Oh god. I'm not letting it happen. We're through against Carlos Sainz, fastest sector 1 of the race so far. Let's close down that front 3. Daniel Ricciardo next on my radar. Definitely gaining on Daniel as well, aren't we? Bottas with the fastest lap of the race. I think I might be about to beat that though. Yep, 1:41.2, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Can see how much Sainz was holding us up. Look, we've opened up a 2-second gap in, well, a lap. Despite our speed, you saw how difficult it was to get past Sainz. So we're going to have to make sure that we time our passes well. Fastest sector 1 again. Valtteri still putting in quick laps. We are going quicker though. Valtteri's still trying to extend that lead up front, pull away from Verstappen. Charles Leclerc is just nowhere, is he? Charles Leclerc has had a nightmare start to this Grand Prix. Max has got an issue. Where did Charles start? Oh, he must have had a grid penalty. There's no way he qualified 11th because he was in Q3. He must have had a grid penalty. Any damages? No repairs for anyone. Jack did a 1.943 pit stop. We did a 1.853 pit stop. That is a world record if it were real life. Incident-wise, Kvyat hit Perez. Perez hit Kvyat. And Max has hit Bottas on lap 1 as well. That's why we were able to open up that gap right at the very beginning. But the fact that Max supposedly has an issue is going to be brilliant for us. And already you can see Max visibly just falling back into the clutches of myself and Daniel. I hope for his sake they're able to fix it and he can become competitive again. But it's certainly going to cost Max a podium in this Grand Prix if it doesn't get fixed within the next few laps. Oh, Daniel got well out of shape there. Getting a little bit eager to try and catch Max, I think. I was being very wary of me in his rearview mirror. The mirrors, should I say. I am wary how far Valtteri is getting away down the road right now. Getting stuck behind Max. If it was just Max, then I'll be able to get past him. Because it's Daniel in between us as well. Make this a lot more difficult. Come on. Daniel, I don't know whether Daniel went defensive on me or offensive on Max. going to have the inside line. I've had to concede the position. I don't know whether he went to try and hold position against me or whether he was trying to improve, to get up to P2 there and go for Max, but I nearly had him around the outside. Again, I'm not sure if Daniel's going for the pass on Max there or whether that's him trying to defend against me. Still not sure. Right down the inside of this one as well. Again, can we make it stick around the outside of this next one? I'm going to leave him room. We're past Daniel. We're past Daniel. Right, that's going to save our race. Because Bottas was just disappearing and piecing out up front. And we cannot afford to let that happen. Just needed to force the issue with Daniel there. Really enjoyed that move. 2 or 3 corners that flowed through, but we got it done. Bye, Max. P2. Yellow flag somewhere behind us.
Green flag.
Looked like it got really looks like it got really close between some of those back there. Or did Daniel have a go at Max as well? Is that what the yellow flag was for? We got through against Max. Oh no, Max's engine has gone. Max's engine has now given up. So he had the issue. Max had the issue, which is why he was slow. And now, as we've taken him, his car has given up the ghost. Bang, there it goes. Daniel's trying to get past him, and Max is just going to have to pull off to the side now and retire. So Max Verstappen is out of the race. I'm glad we were able to actually get the overtake on Max before his engine went. So it felt like we earned the place, rather than it just being given to us. Yes, Jack is sick. Aiken is sick. So he's actually made some good moves so far, Jack. Jack started, what, 12th? Hey, Sin. 10th. He started 10th. He's now up to 6th. So he's done really well so far. If he can keep that going, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to get past Kvyat, Sainz and Ricciardo. Lewis has made 3 positions. Charles Leclerc has made made 1. Stroll has gone backwards. Checo's gone a long way back, unfortunately for him. And noticeably, Lewis has gone to softs. Lewis to softs, Norris to softs, Grosjean to softs. So they're looking like going soft, medium, medium, whereas obviously we're going to go medium, soft, soft. Come on, let's get ourselves up to the back of him. DRS range. Hello, Valtteri. It's taken a few laps to get from 3 down to less than 1. The assault has slowed down somewhat as my tyres have worn, but we are with you now, Valtteri. We are with you. Oops. We are with you now. Hello, sir. I'd like P1, please, if you don't mind. Excuse me. Excuse me, please. He's got better traction than me out the corners.
16.3 seconds.
It's really frustrating because then when we get here, I haven't been able to take advantage of my extra speed everywhere else on the track. I had a look. There was no opening there. I am officially stuck behind Valtteri Bottas. Oh, he's back end step there. If he could do that onto the main, onto this big straight.
0.5 per lap.
His back end step coming onto this DRS straight, that would be great. We might get him now. We might get him now. He's not gone defensive. just don't have the grip. I can't throw it up the inside and get brave because I just don't have the grip. Valtteri's gone to the hard tyres.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Valtteri's gone to the hard tyres, so Bottas is going to try and go to the end on a hard set, and we've got an extra stop to make. That's it. I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming at all. Bottas has gone to the hard tyre, which will take him all the way to the end of the Grand Prix. I'm going medium soft. I don't know if that hard tyre is going to be quick enough to help him compete for the victory still. That might be the wrong call from Mercedes. I think on the mediums and then the softs, we will have the outright pace to get past him. No idea how this race is going to play out. Thanks for the follow, Bass.
Release,
So
release.
for a new set of medium tyres,
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
and we have overtaken Valtteri with the pit stops. We've overcut Valtteri Bottas. We are now ahead of the Mercedes by half a second. But we have to stop again. Doesn't want the... Jeff reckons we can get these mediums to the end. I probably could, but I might be super slow. So basically what we need to do in this stint now is open up a big enough gap to Valtteri Bottas that we can pit again. Which hopefully we should be able to do.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
You can see the gap we're opening up to Valtteri already. It's 2.5 seconds now. Oh, Albon got really out of shape there. We've got a run on him. Oh, we got very aggressive there. We'll get it around the outside. And DRS for good measure as well. Thank you, Alex. You made the mistake. We took advantage of it. Thank you, pal. Goodbye. Because you've been sat behind Sainz and Kvyat for about 20 laps now, mate. And you're clearly not fast enough to get past. Well, whether that was orchestrated or not, he certainly made it easy for me. Thank you, Jack. Is he going to give me any room? No, is the answer. Go to the outside then. And past Danny Kvyat. To P3. Carlos,
Maneuver. You made it look easy.
you're next, my friend. Fair play to him. He gave me the racing room there. A little bit of a swerve.
Use your overtake button.
And we're through. He shouldn't have given me the racing room. He should have been a little bit more cutthroat there. Shut the door. But by being sporting, forced himself into a little bit of a mistake. And we're through to P2. Thoughts on Ferrari are, ouch. Painful for the team and for all of their fans. And there's not really much else you can say other than ouch. Hi Daniel, I'd like the lead of the Grand Prix back, please, if you don't mind. Are you going to pit at all anytime soon? No? Fastest lap of the race.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the
Into the
race.
39s. Sainz and Albon have both pit. Daniel's made a mistake. Same mistake that Alex Albon made. Illegal overtake? Illegal overtake? What was illegal about that? Was I off the track on the left-hand side? Oh, so I had all 4 wheels off the track when I overtook him. Okay, that's fine. I understand that. I got to here, though, and I just broke, and Daniel hit the back of me, and that's not fair. So I will let him back through and go again. He's gone defensive here. No, he hasn't. Yeah, he has. He's gone defensive, Daniel. What are you putting yourself all out of position for, Daniel? Then bouncing off the curb straight into me, you moron. Damaging my front wing, thank you. Can't believe it. Put himself all out of position on the track, bounced over the curb, and just knocked my front wing off. Or bits of it, at least. On defensive into T1, and we have gotten him this time, and it is a legal overtake. And we'll leave him room on the outside, and we're through. P1 back in my grasp. Kvyat has pit from behind us as well, so Jack is now third, although yet to pit again. And it's that gap to Bottas that we're keeping our eye on now. I need that gap to Bottas to grow, and considerably so. We don't absolutely have to pit. His tyres should last until the end of the race. We won't be very quick at all, but they will last until the end of the race. I don't have to pit, but I would like to end the race on a set of softs and really throw the car about. Really surprised by the Mercedes decision to go to hards. Really surprised. Unless they just didn't have any mediums left. They might have cornered themselves in quali and not had a new set of mediums to go to. Right, so we're going to pit this lap. We're going to replace our front wing. We'll put some fresh soft tyres on. And then go for fastest lap point. We've upped the difficulty to 101 for Monza yesterday. Got a pretty comfortable victory. We've upped the difficulty to 102 for Singapore here today. And it looks like we're going to get a pretty comfortable victory. There you go, see? Only 9 seconds for the pit stop. Not an extra 10. It just took an extra 6 or something. Bottas and Kvyat have gone through though, and there is Jack. So by pitting and changing our front wing, we have lost P1. We are now about 6.5 seconds away from P1 and currently 4th, but now we will have pace. And it shouldn't take too long at all to catch the 3 in front of us and get ourselves another victory. Excuse me, Jack. Teammates coming through. Thank you. So hopefully, in the process of chasing down those 2 in front, we'll get the fastest lap, and then we'll take P1 back. Only a green sector 2. Or to be fair, I set the fastest sector 2 on the last lap, didn't I? Sectors 2 and 3 were purple last lap. Opened up a 2.1 second, 2.2 second gap on Jack Aitken already. Bottas is definitely holding Kvyat up here though, isn't he? Come on, Daniel. Get yourself a P2. And fastest lap of the Grand Prix, thank you. Daniel's gone defensive. Give him racing room. But we have the extra traction around the outside. And that's P2. Hello, Valtteri. We've been here before. Can I have first place back, please? That'd be lally jolly. On your worn hards that are probably awful right now. Oh, I thought about it, then got out of it. I'll wait for a more opportune moment. And P1, round the outside, tire very much. The lead of the race is mine again. See how worn these tyres are already. We pit on lap 52, and they're almost 25% worn as well.
Final lap of the race.
Final lap of the GP. The GP. Jack still 0.5 of a second, annoyingly, behind Danny Kvyat, who looks like he's going to hold on for a pretty spectacular AlphaTauri podium, which is very well earned. He certainly did earn that spot. I'd obviously like Jack Aitken to try and overtake him on the last lap if he can, but it doesn't look likely. If Kvyat didn't have DRS off the back of Bottas, then maybe Jack could have gotten a move done. But because Bottas is there, giving Danny Kvyat some DRS, he's not going to be able to make the move, unfortunately. So it's going to be a 1-4 for Chesnoid Racing today. A 1-4. We up the difficulty from 101 to 101, sorry, for the last Grand Prix in Monza, and to 102 for here in Singapore. And still, we've gotten a really comfortable victory. So next time out in Russia, we'll up the difficulty to 103. That shows just how good this car is. Because in previous iterations of the Formula 1 games, when doing a regular career mode, obviously driver career, my team is new this year, when doing a regular career mode with a regular car, i.e. like when we were at Mercedes in Season 2 on F1 2019, wasn't able to compete at 101 or 102. Now we're comfortably winning at 101 and 102 with this Chesnoid Racing car that is just way above and beyond anything else I have ever driven. Way above and beyond. Pierre Gasly gets driver of the day. Congratulations, Pierre. I think Danny Kvyat probably deserved it, but it's another victory for Chesnoid Racing.
We bring today's race to a close.
I presume Jack didn't get it done, but it's P1 for us. It's P1 for us.
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
We did get the absolute maximum amount of tyres at all times. And no, Jack didn't get a podium, but Daniel Kvyat did. Congratulations, Daniel. Well done. And, as is customary, it's champagne time. Oh, hang on. I'm leaking. Oops. That could have gone badly wrong. Diogo Jota's been announced to Liverpool now, has he? Thank you for the follow, Wazza and Luxman as well. Welcome to the channel, guys.
So then, it's time to see how
Top
this result
1 hour, not 1 hour. Well, yeah, 1 hour and 45 minutes that Grand Prix. 105 minutes total. Pierre Gasly, 21st to 14th driver of the day, not 7th to 3rd or 10th to 4th. Or 15th to 8th from Upping, the other Renault. Charles Leclerc only 9th. Only 9th for Charles Leclerc. He's well out of the title race now, isn't he? Was fastest lap taken? Who took fastest lap? Oh my god. But it was Lando. Son of a bitch. Lando, when he pit after having... And he's not going to get a point for it because he finished outside the top 10. Son of a bitch. 36.3. I did a 36.4. Can you believe it? So we're top by 42 points in the drivers and top by 50 points in the constructors. Jack Aitken up to 10th now with 60 points in 5 Grand Prix. I wonder how good Esteban Ocon would have been in this car at this stage of the season. That might be us winning Is it us winning the rivalry against Lewis, or is it... No, we're 1 away. So we will win the rivalry against Lewis in Russia, the next Grand Prix. Jack Aitken is up to acclaim level 8. That happens after qualifying. And we're up to still 13 and 17. Driver and team combined. £1.52 million. Thank you from the sponsors, who we do actually need to add back to the car. You are correct, chat. Thank you for writing me. I completely forgot that needed to be done. Only 2 days to train. So what we'll do is we'll give Jack Aitken some more training. But let me go and put the sponsors back on the car, because we certainly do need to do that. We've got extra or new stuff from the podium pass now, but I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to use that, to be completely honest. If the race suit is something similar, I'm definitely... Oh, the Racers 1 race suit is quite cool. We might use that livery and that cosmetic stuff for next season, for season 3 when it loads. There we go. But let's put the what? There's literally nothing else to customize. Why are you telling me customization's got a... I don't know. Game's bugged out. Yeah, see, on here it says that the sponsors are back on the car. Oh, but I'm missing one on here. Who was there before? Was it DSB Optics? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Forgot to put DSB Optics back on. And Zanzer was there, wasn't it? Or was it Satellite? Was it Shark? Was it Shark? Wasn't Satellite. Who was there? I can't remember. I'd have to check. What's on the front wing? Shark's on the front wing, isn't it? Yeah, we'll go Zanzer. We'll go Zanzer. Why not? That'll do us for this Grand Prix weekend. Those of you watching the YouTube video, thank you very much for joining me. Actually, I'll leave all of these parts in, because we've only like 6 Grand Prix left now, don't we? Yeah, so we'll be completely fine with the parts we've got, so I can use the parts I'm using in practice and quali now and still comfortably make it through the rest of the season. So that's where the YouTube video will end. Thank you very much for watching, guys. As ever, on ChesnoidPlays, drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to ensure you don't miss out on any further content as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you, and you'll watch me next time.